Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347, Don Shula. Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Miami Dolphins. Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
On third down, Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10, 40 yards. Let's go deep. Got double time. Double time. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From midfield now, here's Rosen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And this is Parker, complete. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
We go! 70, Indy! 5. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And up to the 35 before they're able to... knock him down.
Let's go!
To T.J. Hockenson. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Lions.
Let's go!
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's checking crowd.
He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, The ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Rosen off the play action. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And this is caught. It's Parker. And it's a fumble. And the Lions have recovered. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll set up a throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, Jim Tomsula says, hey, let's at least get 3 here. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got...
And oh, he coughed it up!
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
40's mine. I got you, pop.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Rosen. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the Lions, 41.
Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. From the 41, Rosen. It's complete to Hopkins. 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Henry. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
Check 43. Swiss.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
We've got this. 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Hey, rock it.
2nd and 5. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Tight dog. Hey, exit. 52, Mike 52. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Ready? Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
That's taken on the 25. Well, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
Right there. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch. Hey, lock it. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Go. Go.
Back to throw now on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Sione Takitaki came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll look to throw, and he's going to go down again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Check pass. Get it.
Back to throw. Screen play, Johnson. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a fourth down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Rosen now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On play action, Rosen. And he finds Parker here, complete. 27 yards there, a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Rosen now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Again, it's Rosen. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Sanders' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm here all day. I'm here.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Going to give this time to the tailback. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go, baby. Mike 51.
Third and long here for Rosen. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
The tackle there by Breanne Body Calhoun.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Focus, defense, focus. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
X3. 218. Chop it.
58.
5.
They go to Johnson again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
And it brings up third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Protein spill.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike,
Hey, Alpha.
watch the pass. Here we go. At 58.
Snap.
He'll look to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay, 82 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point safely through. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And now it's Rosen looking. And the catch made by Hopkins. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Give me that ball, defense.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Dances by him, and he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Check 50, check 50.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Too little, Jeff. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Alert, alert, alert.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Around the NFL, third quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And that one is now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Cardinals. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Rosen completes it to Parker. And he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Go out. Hey, wahoo. Big grip, big grip.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Back now in Miami. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Hey, shoot.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jerome Baker, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run, watch the run. Motion.
Now a handoff looking right. Good move at the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Henry. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Move. Check 99. Motion.
Right back to him on first down. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. And a give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
28-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
58, come on. Don't let him breathe. Play that.
Now Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Now they try the right side here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Bravo.
2nd and 14. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's coming.
There.
He's coming. Double up.
Go. Fight.
They'll set up a throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. This will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Dolphins,